Hey guys, Dion here with Your Guitar Academy. So in this lesson, I'm going to take you through the final couple of licks on this last solo from the Joe Bonamassa player study. So this section features that kind of Aeolian / natural minor tonality quite heavily. So you've got some really interesting notes here and it's still super melodic. And also we're going to round off with some triads to highlight the sounds of the chords that we're playing over. So grab your guitar and let's give it a go. Just joined us, don't forget to head over to the website for all the additional materials, including tab, backing tracks, chord charts, and anything else to go with this course. Also, if you're enjoying the course, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button underneath the video, and let us know in the comments how you're getting on. All right, so let's have a crack at this lick. It sounds something like this. This is two licks together, okay? So the first part, okay, and then the second part, and that's it, and then we're out. So what's going on here? So let's look at it in those two different sections, okay? So what I like about this part here is that there's quite big jumps in the notes. Hear that note there? It's like you're jumping up a fifth there, which is again quite a modern sound. So I was kind of following the shape of that natural minor scale there. So I'm starting on the 12th fret of D and I'm working my way up with the 9th and 10th frets of G, and then my fourth finger is stretching across to the 13th fret of B. And then I'm coming down with my third finger onto the 12th fret of G, and then first finger hits the 10th fret of B, so like this. Okay, that's our first little part. And then we just go 12, 10 on G, and then back up the scale. That's a nice little melodic part, so that's just 12 on G, 10 on B, bend up a semitone. And then we kind of bring in a sort of triplet feel, dun 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 here. It's got that sense of slowing down. So what I've aimed for there, again, I'm using that second inversion, C major triad that I featured earlier on in the solo, because that's when the C major chord crops up there. So. And what I also like to do, you'll hear on the playthrough that I did a kind of sort of a little bend on that, on the 9th fret of G there. So I go 9 bend, 10, 10 on D and A. That's with the third and second fingers. And then 8, 7 on the A string. Okay, so that's that first part of the lick. Let me just play that along with the backing track and you'll hear how that sounds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So you see how I was sliding down there with the first finger. Okay, so that's that first section, and then we have our very, very final lick, which we feature some nice triad shapes. So we're now back up to the top. We've seen that a couple of times. We're back targeting that 9th, okay? That 9th interval, which, as I said, falls into that natural minor scale. We're bending up a semitone. And again, this must be about the 6th time that little technique is featured on in this course. So again, bending up a semitone, release the bend, then quickly slide up, down, pull off. And then first finger on the 10th fret of B. And now we just have two nice triad shapes to see us out of the G minor chord and the C minor chord to finish off. So the first triad shape is just this root position G minor triad. So it's from the top down, it's 10th fret on the high E, 11th fret on the B, 12th fret on the G. And again, we're playing that as a triplet, 1, 2, 3. And then we again bend up this note here. And we do that again. We've got another one of those little flourishes. And then finally, we've got this triad here, okay? Which is essentially like a sort of D major shape, but we're just playing it up here. So this is over our C chord. So this is a second inversion C triad again, because we're starting on the 5th there, that's the G. And the notes are 12th fret G, 13th fret B with the 3rd finger, 12th fret E. So that last part, so let's try that again. In fact, I must correct what fingers I was using. So I was actually going 3rd, 4th, 3rd. And then we finished with just a nice big rocky bend on that 13th fret of B, upper tone, give it a bit of vibrato. So all in, that last final section before I play the whole solo sounds something like this. Triads. There we go. You can even do a unison bend there if you like, which is that 1st finger on the 10th fret. A nice slide out, and that's it. We're done. So let's have a full playthrough at 60 BPM. In fact, I might just go a tiny bit faster and let's see how that sounds. 65. Here we go. There we go. I didn't catch some of those fast notes quite as clean as I would like to there. So that's a great example of why it's so important to practice this stuff much, much slower first, and then really just gradually build it up to speed. That's very, very much applicable to this solo as well as the first one because of the course, because they both feature these really kind of blisteringly fast paced licks. But as always, it's a great idea to just practice everything slowly first, build it up nice and gradually, and then you're away. You've got your blazing licks up at your full speed, but they're also accurate. So that concludes the Joe Bonamassa player study. Thanks so much for joining me. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please do give yourself time with this course. There's no doubt there's some really, really advanced concepts here. So as I keep going on about, make sure you're playing stuff much slower to begin with, building it up. And also, if you've got any questions, just fire us a comment on YouTube or even send us an email and we'll be happy to help you. See you next time.